Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Wednesday, February the 28th. We got 6 games tonight, a little bit of a smaller slate than what we're used to for a Wednesday, but I still wanted to give you guys some early props I did like for this slate, taking a first look at the board on Wednesday morning. I've been doing my videos the last two days. I've been doing them the morning of the games, and I think I'm going to stick with that kind of moving forward. I used to do my videos the night before, but I kind of like doing them in the morning. For one, it gets me on a better sleep schedule, so that way I'm not having to stay up like super late waiting for Prizepicks to add props. But also when I do them in the morning, there's going to be more props available than there's going to be the night before. So moving forward, expect my videos to come out around like 9-10 Eastern time each morning. Hopefully that's going to be like kind of the schedule I can stick to. But we got 2 early props, guys, that I do like for this Wednesday slate. We're going to talk through them as always. Before we do get started, though, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Prizepicks, get your first deposit matched up to $100. And I also want to shout out Sleeper because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. If you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can sign up for Sleeper, make a deposit, use promo code NOAH over there, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. Now for Sleeper, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are a DFS pick'em app, so they're very similar to Prizepicks. They're similar to a lot of the other DFS pick'em apps you see around the industry. It's really simple on Sleeper. You're just picking over or under, more or less on player projections. You build out an entry. You can make up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper. You can win up to 100x your money. If you guys do want to check them out, again, sign up, use that code NOAH, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. But we got 2 picks to talk about for this Wednesday slate, guys. Now, I do want to recap the 3 plays that we gave out in Tuesday's video before we talk through today's plays. And Tuesday was a really good day. As you can see on the screen, got the entry posted for what we played on Tuesday. 3-0, hit all 3 of the plays we gave out Tuesday. Hit Donovan Mitchell over 35.5 PRA. I know Mitchell actually wound up being one of the taco discounts for Tuesday, and he did go over his discounted projection as well, his points prop. So if you took that, that hit. Obviously, if you took the over 35.5 PRA, that hit as well. And then we took Paul Reed under 10.5 rebounds plus assists. That was pretty much a sweat-free under. Paul Reed, he barely played Tuesday. I think he only played like 20 minutes. He had I believe just 3 rebounds and no assists. So really, easy under there, taking the under on Paul Reed. And then we took over on Jabari Smith, 13.5 points. Jabari Smith, once again, had a really big game. He's had a huge role lately. He's been playing a ton of minutes. I think he went over his points prop late in the 3rd quarter. So that was pretty easy sweat, or pretty, easy, not to sweat that one, I guess. But 3-0 on the 3 picks we gave out on Tuesday. Hopefully you guys did tail and make some money. Let's try and do it again for this Wednesday slate. So talking through the plays, guys, that I like for Wednesday, we got 2 points props I like for tonight. The first points prop we're going to take a look at is going to be Max Strus, 8.5 points. And I like the over here for Max Strus, more than 8.5 points. So let's kind of talk through why I like this prop. And really the reason this prop really stands out, for one, Strus has gone over this line in 3 out of his last 5 games. I know that doesn't mean too much, but he has gone over in 3 out of his last 5 games. This is a really good matchup, though, for Max Strus. The Bulls this season have been a major 3-point funnel. The Bulls have been one of the most giving teams in terms of just giving up threes, allowing teams to make threes. This season, the Bulls are giving up the most 3-point attempts per game, and they're giving up the most 3-pointers made per game. So in a matchup like this against a team that gives up a lot of open threes, a lot of catch and shoot threes, that sets up really well for Max Strus, who is going to do a lot of his damage from behind the arc. And if you look at last night against Dallas, Max Strus had 21 points last night, and I'm pretty sure all of those came from behind the arc, from the 3-point line. He shot 7 for 10 from 3, 7 for 12 from the field. So of the 21 points that Max Strus scored last night, those were all 3-pointers that he scored. The game against Philadelphia, when he had 14 points, I'm pretty sure he had I think in that game he might have had like a couple threes. I don't have the game log pulled up in front of me, but as you can see, when Max Strus has good scoring games, it's usually because he hits a lot of threes, and this is a matchup that sets up really well for that, with how the Bulls have struggled this season defending the 3-point line. And these teams, they have played 3 times this season. Now, Max Strus, he has only gone over this points prop 1 out of 3 games this season against the Bulls. They played earlier in the season, December 23rd. Max Strus had 26 points, 9 for 22 from the field, 5 for 17 from 3. And then they played on January 15th. Max Strus only had 2 points in that game, but it was all because of poor shooting. He shot 1 for 8 from the field, 0 for 6 from 3. And then the last time they played the Bulls on February 14th, Max Strus had 7 points. He shot 3 for 8 from the field and 1 for 6 from 3. So in the 3 games he's played against the Bulls this season, he's been able to get up at least 6 3-point attempts in all 3 of those games. I like Strus to make some threes here in this matchup. Honestly, if you want to, I don't really ever take the Demons and the Goblins on Prizepicks too often, but I think Max Strus over 2.5 threes made. Obviously, you'll get a little bit of a boosted payout for that. I think that looks really enticing today. If you're someone that bets on a sports book, I like to ladder Max Strus threes here. So like betting Max Strus to make 4 threes, 5 threes, maybe 6 threes. Those type of bets, they're going to be long shots. Those are bets you should not expect to hit very often. They're going to hit a very small percentage of the time. But this is one of those matchups where we could definitely see Max Strus get really hot from 3 if the Bulls are just leaving him open, which the Bulls have done a lot this season. They leave shooters open a ton. The Bulls like to pack the paint. And last time they played Cleveland, last time the Bulls played Cleveland, we actually saw them start Nikola Vucevic and Andre Drummond together. And I think if they start Vuce and Drummond together, that's probably a good thing for Strus, because if those 2 guys are like packing the paint, trying to limit stuff at the rim, well, that's going to leave these shooters open. For example, a guy like Max Strus. And if you look at what Max Strus has done this season when the team has been fully healthy, this season we've seen Darius Garland miss some games, we've seen Evan Mobley miss some games. So far this season, though, these teams, or the Bulls have, or not the Bulls, the Cavs have had their full starting lineup healthy. So Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, Jared Allen, Max Strus, those guys have all played in 21 games this season, and Strus is over this points prop in 15 out of those 21 games. Strus, he's a player that he relies on like open threes. He's not a guy, he can create his own shot, but he's not that type of player. He's going to rely on his teammates getting him the ball. He's like a Klay Thompson in that sense. Strus is not bringing the ball up the court, driving to the basket. He's going to be kind of, sitting in the corner looking for those threes. And I feel like when his team's fully healthy, when Garland's healthy, when Mobley's healthy, when Donovan Mitchell's healthy, that might honestly be a good thing for Strus, just because those guys obviously draw a lot of attention from the opposing defense, which again leaves Strus open for threes and stuff like that. So I like this play quite a bit, more than 8.5 points for Strus. And again, if you're betting like on a sports book or something, I don't mind taking like some alt overs here for Strus, betting him to score like 15 points, betting him to score 20 points. I know, again, those are long shot bets. You should not expect to hit those very often. But if there was a spot for Strus to have a big scoring game, I feel like this would be it, and probably one of the best possible matchups for him. So this is our first play for tonight, guys. Max Strus, more than 8.5 points. And right now, DK Sportsbook, early sportsbook odds do slightly favor the over on this prop. I was looking at DK. They have this prop favored around -120. Odds aren't crazy on the over here, but I do like this play quite a bit. So that'll be our first play for tonight. And then the other play that I like is going to be Norman Powell, more than 18.5 points. And let's talk through why I like this prop. So Norman Powell, he's gone over this prop in 3 straight games for what it's worth, but I really want to highlight their last game against Sacramento, because they did not have Paul George last game. And we saw in that game without Paul George, Norman Powell, he started for one, that was the first time all season that Norman Powell has started. Typically, Norman Powell is he's going to operate as the 6th man for the Clippers, but they actually moved him into the starting lineup last game with Paul George out, and he played 37 minutes in that game, which I think is the most minutes he's played in any game this season. Are we going to get 37 minutes from Norman Powell again? I don't know, but if he starts, I think we can pencil him in for probably 30-plus minutes. And if you look at this season, when he has gotten over 30 minutes, he's been able to go over this points prop pretty consistently. Norman Powell has played 30-plus minutes in 9 games this season. He's gone over 18.5 points in 7 out of those 9 games. And the 2 games he went under, he had 17 points in 32 minutes against Denver, shot 5 for 12 from the field and 1 for 3 from 3. And then he played 35 minutes against the Lakers, today's matchup, scored 12 points, but he shot 6 for 14 from the field and 0 for 4 from 3. Every other game this season, though, 7 out of 9 games where he's played at least 30 minutes, he's had 19 points or more. And then if we look at the games he's played without Paul George, so he's played 4 games this season without Paul George. In those 4 games, he's had 21 points, 14 points, 21, and 21 points. So over in 3 out of 4 without George this season. And the one game he put up 14 points. I think, I'm pretty sure that was a big time blowout against the Wizards. He only played 27 minutes in that game. But the other 3 games without Paul George, where he got full minutes, we saw Powell play 37, 31, and 36 minutes. Powell is a good scorer. He's a guy that's not afraid to shoot the ball. I mean, last game against Sacramento, he shot the ball 17 times. He took 9 three-point attempts. And we talked about how it's a really good matchup for Max Strus because of how the Bulls give up a lot of threes. Well, this is kind of the same matchup for Powell here against the Lakers. The Lakers have been another team this season that's been giving up a lot of threes. So far this season, they're giving up let me pull it up real quick. They're giving up the 3rd most three-point attempts per game and the 3rd most three-pointers made per game. So the Lakers have been another three-point funnel this season. They're another team that leaves shooters open, and that's going to set up really well for Norman Powell, who's a guy that not only can create his own shot, but he can also hit those corner threes. So I do like this play quite a bit as well, and early sportsbook odds like this play too. DK Sportsbook has this prop minus 125, favoring the over, and Pinnacle actually has this prop minus 150, favoring the over. So Pinnacle really likes the over here, and Pinnacle is known to be one of the sharpest, if not the sharpest sportsbook around. So I like this play as well. Norman Powell, more than 18.5 points as our second play for tonight. So these are 2 early props, guys, that I like for Wednesday's NBA slate. Again, it's only 6 games tonight, which is still a decent-sized slate, but it's usually, for a Wednesday, it's typically a little bit less than what we're used to, but still wanted to give you guys some early props I like for this Wednesday slate. If you guys are going to be tailing me on these 2 plays, let's hopefully hit both these plays, make some money tonight. As always, appreciate you guys watching the video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Also, guys, be sure to go sign up for Prizepicks, linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up, get your first deposit matched up to $100. But good luck tonight, guys. Thanks for watching as always. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.